Welcome to this new fabric build tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to sew a 2-pieces pajama set with ruffled hems and lace applique. For this project, I'm using the Autumn Embers Red Solid Satin, a fluid satin that's pleasing to work with and perfect for sleepwear. I'm using the Aran black embroidered mesh lace, from which I'll cut individual motifs to apply directly onto the short, creating contrast with the satin. To make it, I'll need satin fabric, lace, the Micole's M8392 pattern, lace trim for the straps, fusible interfacing, 2 cm wide elastic, thread, and the standard sewing tools. I start by cutting all the fabric pieces and transferring the construction markings. On the front pieces, I form and pin the darts and stitch them. At the tip of each dart, I don't backstitch. Instead, I tie off the threads. I then press the darts downward. I finish the side edges of the front pieces. I place the front and back sides together, stitch the side seams, and press them open. I cut the front facings from interfacing and fuse them in place. I assemble the facings right sides together, press the seam open and finish the lower edge. I replace the pattern straps with lace trim segments. These are positioned at the front and back placement marks, with the lace ends sandwiched between the fabric and the facings right sides together. I pin and stitch the upper edges. I trim the seam allowances, clip into the curves, press the seam allowance toward the facing, and understitch close to the seam. I secure the bottom of the facing to the seam allowances, fold the facing to the inside, and press the edge. To make the ruffle at the bottom of the top, I layer the satin strips, stitch the short ends together, fold the strip in half, and press. I sew 2 parallel gathering lines along the raw edge, stopping at the side seams. I pull the bobbin threads to gather the strip until it matches the lower edge of the top. I pin the ruffle in place, matching the side seams first, stitch between the gathering threads, and finish the edges together. I then move on to the short. I finish the side edges, place the front and back right sides together, stitch the inseams, and press them open. I repeat for the other leg, then place both pieces together, pin the crotch seam, stitch, and finish the edges. I turn the shorts right side in, stitch the side seams, and press them open. I finish the upper edge of the short and press it 3 cm to the inside. I stitch the waistband, leaving an opening to insert the elastic. I now move on to the lace applique. I cut the lace motifs into small pieces, removing the mesh around the embroidery so only the motifs remain. I position them on the short and sew them on by hand. Using a safety pin, I insert the elastic through the waistband casing. Once it's threaded all the way through, I stitch the elastic ends together and close the opening. I finish by sewing ruffles onto the short hems, using the same method as for the top. Once sewn and finished, I press the seam allowance upward. And that's it. Our pajama set is finished. The red satin and black lace create a strong contrast that feels both elegant and soft to wear. Thank you for following this fabric build tutorial, and I'll see you soon for another sewing project.